The international group of companies Vivendi, with headquarters in Belgrade, whose representatives are the Russian company Vostok Engineering under the leadership of Dmitry Alexandrovich Frolov, and the Serbian company Vivendi under the leadership of Viktor Natanovich Mayerbach, propose to implement at the state level the digital platform for the economic development of the state. In essence, we propose a digital platform for launching an investment economic contour for the sustainable development of the state. We offer to build an investment outline of a planned economy on a digital platform as the only correct, from our point of view, solution for creating economic sovereignty and sustainable development of the state, government and society. As the practice of economic science shows, technological sovereignty of any country is a state program that creates favorable investment conditions for the creation of gross domestic product in critically important production sectors: agriculture, IT, industry, construction, production of means of production, robotics and heavy engineering, extraction of oil, ore and other minerals, development of geology, geothermal sources and alternative energy, fundamental and applied science, education and culture, defense and security. Challenges facing the state:
rapid development of information technologies, changing business conditions and technologies, automation and robotization, replacing labor force, country's national economy, technological struggle for resources and markets, global financial and other challenges, society's demand for new digital tools, lack of a sustainable system complementing the monetary, lack of an information resource that fully meets the needs of society, business, population and government.
Concept: those states, those governments that will take a positive attitude towards the ideas of reform and implement interest-free money and inter-industry balance mechanisms in the shortest possible time, will embark on the path of social equality, ecological survival and recovery from the monetary diseases that have poisoned the so-called free market economies for decades. We offer the ecosystem of the future already today, all in one.
Planning of investments and security measures based on digital financial assets, marketplace of resources, digital financial assets and equity participation in projects, cybernetic mechanism for calculating the inter-industry balance, settlement and accounting system CRM for business, MLM for passive income, all stages and spheres of human and social life.
Offer: use a state platform where you can sell, buy and exchange goods and services and digital financial assets DFA. Invest in science, culture, education, production, infrastructure, agriculture and security. Keep records and process online all applications and proposals, complaints about corruption and violations of the law. 4. Plan budgets for economic development based on the cybernetic calculation of the inter-industry balance. 5. Cooperate all participants of the platform with each other, within the framework of powers and access rights. 6. Distribute passive income from economic development. 7. Use an alternative system in mutual settlements, complementing the monetary one.
The cybernetic system calculates the inter-industry balance based on the collection and processing of information from economic entities. Based on the calculations, the system makes recommendations, identifying the boundaries and volumes of imbalances in supply and demand, investment flows and infrastructure dysfunction. Thus, decision-makers receive prompt and reliable information for making strategic and tactical decisions for the development of industries, resource extraction and generation, agriculture, as well as for the development of society, the elimination of unemployment and social security for citizens of their country.
The uniqueness of our system.
Instant search and offer of potential counterparties for a transaction, use of a special algorithm for processing information, obtaining the necessary goods and services without using money at all, formation of your own MLM chain, various options for passive income for recommendations, etc. Own International Multi-Currency Accounting, Settlement and Emission Center Innovative Pricing System Platform Constructor of Business Processes without the use of programmers. Everything that is needed for the state, society, and entrepreneur and business, in a single information center.
Ready-made modules and solutions.
Module, Enterprise. Module, Corporation. Module, System for managing relationships in a country, region, district, community. Module, System for interaction of geo-economic associations BRICS. Module, Election campaign management party, bloc, candidate. Module, Election day, monitoring polling stations on election day, complaints, conducting exit polls. Module, e-medicine, online consultations and treatment support without leaving home. Module, self-development, online education. Module, System for managing web content of a website. PNS, Personal Nonprofit System. Web Platform, a unified international trading platform, marketplace. Module, an international system of mutual settlements. The State Tax System module is at a high level of readiness.
Our achievements.
Thanks to the Business Process Designer implemented on the platform in a high-level language, a language understandable to humans, any new configurations, sections, modules, forms and registers can be created in the shortest possible time, according to the goals and tasks set at the user level without involving programmers.
Examples of implementation of the current version of some ready-made modules.
This slide shows part of the functionality of the software module serving the interests of the business. What is important here is that this functionality is time-tested, has been upgraded many times, based on the comments of users of the digital platform. We are not just theorists, we are mainly practitioners of software application in life. And life, economic surprises, the right to apply the regulatory framework, innovations in business and scientific and technological progress do not allow us to sit idly by. Therefore, software improvement for us is a permanent and endless process, if we set ourselves the goal of becoming leaders in the digital transformation industry.
This slide shows part of the functionality of the software module serving the interests of the state administration. This module was developed many years ago, according to the technical specifications of various administrative bodies of different levels of government. This module was literally created to solve various private problems of the government, but in the end we managed to see general trends in territorial administration, which formed the conceptual basis for algorithmization and a systematic approach to the configuration of connections between databases and user interfaces. Thus, more than 5 years of work with this module allows us to say that we have created a product for providing government management of vertical and horizontal links of object management, which has no analogues in the world.
This slide shows part of the functionality of the software module that serves the interests of the election campaign voting, counting votes for a candidate, for the agenda, etc. This is another product of ours, within the framework of the platform, which we are rightfully proud of. The first customers were consumer societies, in which any significant decision, according to the law, must be made by a general vote of the society's shareholders. Before that, they had a problem that as soon as the society became more than 10 people, voting turned into hard labor. We solved this problem for them. But when we faced the next customer in the person of the state, it turned out that this module only needed to be modernized for the new task, since the voting processes are identical in nature. Now we have the right to say that our module is in no way inferior to the advanced state voting systems, and in many ways even surpasses them, since it is not a synthesis of disparate functional modules, but a single platform solution in which integration is located in the very infrastructure of a single hardware and software complex, as a result of which we will always win in terms of speed and reliability of data processing and in operating costs, compared to our competitors.
This slide demonstrates that we have implemented standard functionality for the marketplace. In addition to those functions that are classic on e-commerce platforms such as Wildberries, Avida, Ozon, AliExpress, we have a number of innovations for creating passive income for market participants for recommendations and other types of activities. Also, we have implemented a module for distributing equity participation in project financing, which allows us to implement complex public-private financing schemes, from startups and venture projects to large technology enterprises and agro-complexes. According to the plan, we are releasing a modification for the implementation of public-public partnership, on a targeted repayable basis. This is one of our know-how.
IMAS Designer. IMAS is an international multi-currency accounting and settlement system of instant payments and a center for planned emission.
Digital money is a digital form of accounting units DOE that complement monetary units. IMAS is the issuer of DOE National System of Mutual Settlements. IMAS is a public alternative settlement and accounting distribution system that complements monetary units. IMAS uses its own accounting freely configurable units of value that are not official national currencies of states. DOE can conditionally correspond to fiat money at a rate of 1-to-1, in order to simplify and facilitate pricing for the parties involved in mutual settlements. DOE is always backed by goods and/or services assets for which it was issued.
The International Financial Reporting System, IMAS, was developed taking into account the recommendations of VM for the financial sector, other international financial institutions, and the scientific and practical communities. Important that we are aware that there must be a connection between fiat and digital money. Our platform does not encroach on the classical monetary banking role, but simply harmoniously complements it. We do not need revolutions and the breakdown of existing monetary systems. In this understanding and in the algorithmization of this understanding, we build the harmony of a planned economy of sustainable development. Moreover, we will definitely take into account all the specifics of local monetary authorities that do not contradict common economic sense. In practice, we are ready to show the criterion and red lines of the monetary and digital liquidity balance so that the system signals the danger of falling into an inflationary or deflationary trend. And of course, the robotic calculation of this balance in our system is proactive, warning in nature, for solving investment and logistical problems of flexible balancing of supply and demand markets.
We are ready to show much more, but for security and protection of our intellectual property, it is beyond the scope of this presentation. We ask you to treat these circumstances with understanding.
We are ready to deploy our digital platform economic development of the country, according to the customer's technical specifications, on the following terms: implementation period, up to 12 months. Price, negotiable. First payment, negotiable. We put the system into operation within a year, but the system with limited functionality starts working already in trial operation, and after 2 or 3 months it starts generating income for the customer and structures all of its technological processes. From our installation experience, we can say that in some cases the system starts actively paying for itself during the installation period, and sometimes we deliberately went for it in order to quickly develop the functionality of our digital platform. We are ready to discuss the details of this project.
Looking forward to long-term cooperation.
Until next time, dear friends. Thank you for your attention.